Hi, boys and girls. We are starting chapter 10 today, 4 Full Mississippis. Starting on Monday morning, rehearsals are scheduled for 8 o'clock sharp, an hour before school. Cooper catches the early bus rather than walking. No one appreciates this change more than Roddy. Of all modern advantages over the 16th century, the ghost considers the primrose hood carriage without the horses, the most spectacular with the possible exception of TV and chia pets. Would that my poor father could experience these wonders, Roddy comments through the earbud as Cooper stands at the corner. He never lived to see the experiments bear fruit. Oh, the carriage approacheth. Prepare thyself, Cooper Vega. As the big vehicle roars up the street, Cooper aims the GX4000's camera and snaps a picture. Roddy's translucent forms whooshes out of the phone and makes for the bus in a shimmering swan dive. For an instant, he's sitting, jaunty and transparent, on the hood, beaming back at Cooper, while the driver blinks in confusion. Then, in a swirl of mist, Roddy is drawn into the phone, chortling his glee via earbud. These brief jumps outside the phone have become a ritual between them. Cooper worries that people might notice Roddy's specter out in the world, but the whole thing is over so quickly that nobody recognizes the sparkling cloud as anything other than a wisp of mist or a splash of light. Besides, it's Roddy's favorite thing. The ghost had such a crummy life. How can Cooper deny him this little bit of fun? Glorious, Roddy sighs. 'Tis almost like being alive again, methinks. No problem, Cooper replies. Is it just his imagination, or are these jumps getting longer every time? He could swear this one lasted 4 full Mississippis. The door folds open and Cooper climbs aboard the bus. The first face he sees belongs to Aiden, obnoxious Brock's obnoxious sidekick. He drapes over one of the rear seats, surrounded by a few of his buddies from the soccer team. Hey, check out WhatsHisFace, he tells his friends. Roddy's voice is full of urgency. Thou must not allow thyself to be addressed thus. It prevents thee from becoming cool. What am I supposed to do about this? Cooper whispers behind his hand. Speak these words, Roddy orders. What's-his-face? Thou might name me, but had my rat hound thy face, I should shave its hindquarters and train it to present itself rearward. I can't tell him that, Cooper hisses. Say it. Cooper turns his face to the soccer players, struggling to translate Roddy's flowery words into 21st century English. What are you looking at? Aiden challenges. I may be what's-his-face, Cooper shoots back, but if my dog had your face, I'd shave its butt and teach it to walk backward. There's a shocked silence, and then Aiden's soccer friends burst into laughter. Aiden sits open-mouthed a moment longer before joining in. He reaches his fist into the aisle, and for an instant, Cooper thinks he's about to get punched. It takes a few seconds for him to realize he's being invited to fist bump. Good one, kid, Aiden says approvingly as they knuckle tap. Roddy, it worked, Cooper mumbles, as once he's sure the bus's engine noise covers his voice. The ghost issued a satisfying Brock gets on at the next stop. Hey, everybody, it's Romeo, he bellows. Wherefore out me? As he lumbers to the back to join the team, he makes a point of elbowing Cooper in the side. Morning, loser. Cooper listens for the next instructions from his ghostly friend, but the earbud is silent. That morning, Cooper finally gets the chance to speak his one line. He blows it. Instead of, here's Romeo's man, we found him in the churchyard, he says, here's the church man, we found him in Romeo's yard. It gets screams from the rest of the cast. His face bright red. Cooper wonders if he'll ever live this down. Sorry, he mumbles. I could train my budgie to say it, Brock crows, and he'd get it right. Speak thus, Roddy orders. My mind worketh not whilst low hangeth the sun in the eastern sky. I guess I'm not a morning person, is Cooper's translation. It gets a smattering of applause and a lot of sympathetic nods from the rest of the 7th grade. Roddy always seems to know exactly what to say. How can a kid who died more than 4 centuries ago understand more about surviving middle school than a real middle schooler? As the day goes on, Cooper keeps the earbud in and his mind open to any advice his ghostly friend might have to offer him. Things go smoothly until science class, when, by sheer luck, his lab partner of the day turns out to be Jolie. Roddy is enthused. Fortune hath smiled upon thee, Cooper Vega. Thou must say this to her. Thy beauty shineth as brightest star, lighting up the night. The book says we need a Bunsen burner, Cooper tells her. All well and good, Roddy says impatiently. Now speak of her beauty. Next part in the next video.